Link engaged.
Visit us at teamspeak.com.
Welcome everyone back to TL Open, sponsored by TeamSpeak. This is the event number 19. I'm Chill, joined by TLO. We're taking it back to Metalopolis. We've been here for almost a year, I believe, possibly more. Spawning in the 9 o'clock is the yellow Protoss. We have NEXReturning, and we've got new information that this is actually his back-to-back-to-back semifinals in the TL Open. He's just cashing in off of TeamSpeak and Team Liquid. In the 6 o'clock, it's the Terran NEXHack. And actually, if he makes it to the finals, that will be his three-peat in the finals as well. Thank you, Hotbid, for that information.
Well, don't want to be taking away anything from Protoss anyways, because I don't think, there are so many people whining about Protoss, and still, I don't think there are so many extremely established Protoss players winning so many tournaments, and I think everything is pretty balanced. That's just what I wanted to say randomly.
Balance update with TLO. You're so positive, and the world is in order.
I know, I think it's much better than most people say, actually. Because obviously every race finds their race is the worst and bad, so it must be pretty balanced when everybody says my race is so bad. So I'm not gonna give them any credit for being
That's
too
one
bad
way to look at it. It's so imbalanced that it's balanced.
Yeah, I mean, StarCraft 1 was very imbalanced. That made it balanced.
Well, it depends who you talk to.
Spider Mines, have you seen them? or Psystorm and Lake and Dark Swarm? I don't know. Nothing was balanced in that game, but it worked for some reason.
Got the probe from returning into the main base of Hack. He's going to swing right by and sit around. We've got no gas yet from Hack, so could be seeing a very fast command center. I like this this fast expansion gasless style. It kind of brings me back the Brood War days where you just went one Marine fast expansion and you learned to defend it. Returning, trying to do a little bit of mineral harassment to stop Hack from getting those fast minerals. Now goes in to scout the natural, going to see nothing there. Returning, not going to pressure this, realizes that it could be easily defendable by Hack, so he's not going to make a Zealot. He's just going to go straight up to the cybernetic score, and look at this. He's going to counter it with Tech, getting the assimilator.
Everything looking pretty standard. NEXReturning just sitting in front of that ramp now. And the natural wants to see if there's a false command center. However, it goes down in the main. Information for NEXReturning should be pretty obvious to him that the command center is going down there because he doesn't see any gas. Second barracks being added, probably a third as well, and then he's gonna throw down a double gas.
Yep, absolutely. Got command center at about a third now. I'm interested to see what is Returning going to do to punish this. He's got his Stalker about to come out. The SCV has left from Hack, and let's see what building he puts down. Going to put down another gateway, and no tech yet. He's got the 2 assimilators, so it's got to be... I would imagine he would be putting down a Twilight Council, but it's like he's going to make me a liar. Another gateway, wow.
Oh, I think it makes sense. Maybe I'm correct, but he could just be going for contain.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's pretty strong actually, if you think about it, because Terran is gonna be sitting on 2 gas, gonna have like tons of Marines, but he can't do anything until he gets Medivacs, and you are in total control of the game as Protoss.
Yeah, and if Hack does get greedy and he flies out and puts up bunkers, you have all those sentries and zealots you can force field around and try to break him outright. So very nice response here by Returning. If he doesn't move out, as you mentioned, TLO, you can cast the Infinite Force Field that has made some interesting blogs on TeamLiquid.net. We see the expansion Nexus going down for Returning. Hack in full vision of that. Gonna get tickled to death by these flashlights? No. SCV gonna escape.
That Stalker trying to do a little bit of damage, but almost dying in the process. I don't know if it's even worth to do that micro really. Oh! Almost dies. Run away. Don't do it. Just... I mean, it's nice to damage those Marines a little bit, but as long as you keep perfect macro while doing it, it's fine. And I'm pretty sure he did, because the next else his coach would punch him.
It's extremely difficult to do that, Stalker versus, like, once you get up to 5 Marines, really difficult to do. We can see Returning now moving out with 5 sentries, and he's got 4 Stalkers to try to break the expansion. Only a single bunker up from Hack, and he's got his ramp wide open saying, please force field me. But the Marauder coming in from the high ground, going to go to work on the Stalkers, trying to target the weakened one. Very nice there. Of course, an obvious move, but not something you would see every player do.
Now we're going into a very tense moment. Protoss moving in, a lot of Stalkers, a lot of senses. He will be able to deny that bunker, and yeah, really only having one bunker up is gonna be pretty tough. He can even just swing around and ignore that bunker and go work on the natural.
He's really sandwiched himself now. He needs to be careful that the reinforcements don't build up. He can't get any, the Protoss player this is, can't get any more reinforcements in there. Just harassing and now going to work his way out. I like this, sniping down the SCV. Sim is at about 60%. He has concussive shells, but that's not going to help too much. And actually forcing the cancel. Whereas NEXReturning is only on 3 gates. He hasn't committed heavily to this. Just putting on pressure and getting his full expansion running. Beautiful Protoss play. Now putting up the Guardian Shield. Looks like he's bloodthirsty. Moving forward, putting up 4 force fields to completely isolate. And I'm not sure that was actually the smartest move. He's going to break the bunker and isolate some SCVs, but actually he's going to get a full retreat. So it is very nice by the Protoss player here.
Yeah, he could have done it even better. He could have blocked the bunker, but I like how patient Protoss was. He was just waiting for the right moment, and here he comes again. I don't know if Terran can defend here. Maybe he can push it back, but what is the cost? He's losing even more SCVs. Now stimming up, having a Ghost up, and even getting an EMP. Yeah? No, but he's just gonna demolish the Protoss army.
The Terran lift of the command center was just beautiful there. Really nice move. Ghost coming in to try to help take out the Zealot, and yes, he's going to be able to clean up this army, but what is left? Let's take a look at the income tab. 28 Harvesters for our Terran player, 38 Probes for the Protoss. Yes, he's going to lose his standing army, but he'll be able to warp those in with the 3 warp gates, and he's got his Robo on the way. It's not like Terran is going to be able to do anything to punish this, and look at this, Returning, warping in 3 more Stalkers to clean that up. This may actually be game-ending.
Yeah, he even took out the Ghost. It gets off an EMP, but yeah, that doesn't really matter. And Protoss looking so strong now. Going up to 6 warp gates, adding a actually 5 warp gates, adding a robotics, getting a forge, getting some more sentries, while looking at Terran base, get a little bit sad, only having 1 SCV. On the refinery, having almost no workers at the natural, and now getting a factory up, not even having a starport yet, so he lost his Ghost as well, and it's not even reproducing it yet. I don't know. He must do something now, something really, really big. Like a double drop, which does insane damage, but if he cannot pull anything off in the next 3 or 4 minutes, he'll be in that water.
Yeah. I really love Returning getting this Observer out, because he's going to be able to move the Observer right over the choke of Terran, and then he's going to know how much map control do I actually have, how much pressure do I need to feel. Is Terran going to respond to this by trying to play safe and rebuild his economy, or is he building up for an all-in? And then Protoss can counter that easily. The Observer flies over the Terran army, which is pushing out a little too aggressively. We've got Charge on the way, no blink, but I think one more warp in is going to be able to thwart this, and then Protoss Returning is going to feel very, very comfortable taking a 3rd base to compound his lead.
I share your opinion on that, and I don't know, I'm still a little bit shocked by how well Protoss managed to control his unit there at the natural. That was beautiful, so perfect, and just, you know, that a little bit more of patience that we sometimes don't so see in the Europeans or Americans. Koreans definitely have the patience for moves like that, and you can see how game-changing it is, putting Terran in such a peculiar position that it's almost impossible for him to come back.
Oh yeah, it's like you're talking about me. When I saw that ramp, I would have been like, force field the ramp, get in there, Guardian Shield, and then everything's dead and I'm GG out. But
and you like Terran Imba and leaves the
yeah. Start a blog on TL. Look at this replay. Returning just yeah. I get banned, de-staffed, live in a cardboard box. My life is over. Got I believe Charge is now complete. Not working on Blink. No Charge. Almost complete. Terran gonna drop into the main. This is a little bit overzealous, I feel, as wow, he's actually gonna pull out Very close there. Now got the Ghost with the Terran army. Probe, no! Probe getting taken out.
Yeah, but another Nexus is being created for many more probes to come. So he will be avenged by the mighty Nexus. Clone another brother. That doesn't make any sense. But anyways, Terran is moving out, trying to go for another drop. The Observer spots it. He's gonna force the Protoss to split up his army a little bit to defend both sides, which is a little bit uncomfortable, but there are plenty of Protoss units. Getting out of position actually, he might lose the Nexus there.
Yeah, a little bit of 1A syndrome here as Protoss pulls his entire army to move back into the main base. Terran able to take out the High Templar and stim and take out the Nexus. That is exactly the kind of move he needed to pull to get back in this game, and without Blink, those units cannot be rushed down by the Stalkers. He can use the charge of the Zealots to try to deal a little bit of retreating damage, but if Terran is able to defend and bunker down to hold off this counterattack, he may be right back in this game.
He did lose a lot of units in the progress, though, and looking at what is there to reinforce as a natural Terran, it's not looking too big compared to that insanely big Zealot force, so I'm a little bit worried still.
He's got to get a huge EMP. Ghost gets taken out. Stim going off. Force fields trying to hold everything back as the SCVs don their battle suits and try to take everything down. Vikings actually landing from the high ground. So many +1 armor Zealots able to rip apart these Marauders as the Zealots now charge up the ramp into the main base of NEXHack as his back is to the wall. More SCVs being pulled from the main base. I'm surprised Protoss is retreating here. Looks like he has no sentry energy to force field the ramp. How did Terran force him away there? I feel like a 1A from Protoss would clean this up. It looks like he wants to play safe. He's at 104 supply compared to the Terran's 70 supply. He's got that second Nexus going up. The third is also completed. Protoss in a nice play here, but that could have been game ending in my opinion.
I still like that he actually retreated. Looking at his minerals, he was building up to 1.2k while doing that attack. Sometimes you just go into the rage mode where you wanna end the game and just go in with your units and completely stop macroing. Then there are like 3 or 4 medivacs and the SCVs kill all your army because they're like tanking all the damage. And then suddenly there's a Terran army with Ghosts and Marauders and Marines and you have like 6 Zealots and I don't know what just happened. So yeah, it's good to just calm down sometimes. If you notice you're doing too much, you need to slow down and take control of the game again.
Absolutely, and I never fault someone who retreated. I feel like StarCraft players are just so bloodthirsty. They want to get in there and start fighting when they would have done better to just take a small advantage as opposed to continue attacking and throwing that away. We've got the medevac going up, trying to drop at the third base of the Protoss from Hack. Meanwhile, Returning is sitting in the middle of the base trying to dance back and forth just to get a little bit of map control. But look at this, Hack has got his third base established, all 3 orbitals, and now he's dropping at the top, as I mentioned. He may be right back in this game if he can stim and take out a lot of probes here.
If he's able to do that, but there are 4 Zealots coming in with that also annoying warp in. He's gonna take down all the Zealots, I think, so it's still a little bit of a win, forcing the probes to retreat once more. I'd like to see him lift off now.
Yes.
Lift off! Get away!
No. Blink.
Yeah, he gets away. Oh, almost.
Oh, wow. You know, but that did make a lot of space and a lot of time for Hack to establish his economy of his third base. We can see he's running on 5 barracks now, 1 with reactor, 2nd reactor going on, and this will give him more time to start putting up more production facilities. He's got 1 eBay up, making the 2nd engineering bay so he can complete his 1-1. I like that.
But there's +3 armor upgrade coming in 15 seconds against +1 Marines and a Guardian Shield, and Marines are gonna do 1 damage per shot.
So it's gonna take godlike EMPs, is what you're saying?
I don't know if even any god can help him.
So here we go. Where's your god now? As EMPs go off, Zealots charging right up. A little stutter step micro, actually finding the time to snipe during this. Dancing back and forth so beautifully, the Archon cannot actually get in. Finally enough energy for a force field as Terran is completely back against the wall. The SCVs cannot get in the battle. Oh my god, NEXHack doing as well as could be expected, but Zealots charging into the third base, forcing a liftoff there, and that may be it. The Marines are still alive, trying to take out the Zealots. He may be back in this, it's hard to say. It looks like he barely holds, but Returning still has a large enough army to continue harassing. He's taking the gold base. He's continuing to be annoying with these zealots. Beautiful attack and beautiful timing there by Returning.
Very nice defense by Terran too. I must credit him, but it was just not enough of things he could work with. He did all he could do, but it still left him too bloodied to recover. I think it will slowly bleed out now. Yeah. Unless his opponent will just give him the mercy and end it right now.
Well, I mean, taking a look at the units tab or the income tab, we can see 21 SCVs on the field for Hack, and these +1 Marines are not faring well against the +3 armor of the Zealots, and that is a big army walking down the western edge, and there's the GG, as we have ourselves a Protoss winner here in game number 1, and I really like, as you continue to point out, and I want to re-emphasize, just the patience that Returning showed in two separate attacks where it looked like he could have finished the game. Possibly, he didn't risk it. He backed off, compounded his advantage, and got a clean win as a result.
Absolutely. I'm gonna continue saying it so many times anyways, because I'm very aware of somebody posting something, so somebody is gonna be very, very unhappy.
That was me who posted that.
Was it you?
No, but
no,
I'm playing.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely you are.
I need a catchphrase.
Yeah, people shouldn't post it. They should just do it in secret, else I'm gonna destroy it. Or maybe I'm gonna kill somebody, so maybe I should stop saying it.
Do you want blood on your hands, Tilo?
More like vomit, probably, but...
So,
no,
walk me through that. What did you like of that game? What should Hack have done differently, in your opinion, the Terran player?
Well, his bunker timing was a little bit off at the beginning. If he gets his second bunker up, I think he's fine. So if he builds it 10 seconds earlier, which he probably could have, then everything is different. And just from the position he was after that initial push by Protoss, where he lost so many units, so many SCVs, it becomes more or less impossible game. You can still try to hold in there. You feel like you're doing damage as Terran, you're killing the Nexus, but you're losing 2 medics with all the units. So it once again means Protoss can push in, kill you even more, and just goes downhill from the beginning. He tried to fight back, but it was just too much.
Yeah, I've got to agree. I liked, I really liked Hack's opening, actually. I feel like that's going to be the state of StarCraft 2 in 2011 when we really start pushing out these builds that focus on economics and getting that expansion up very quickly. Unfortunately, as you mentioned, it was punished beautifully by Returning and just missed that second bunker timing to be safe by a Razor's Edge. If he can patch that here in game number 2 on Shakuris, I believe he's going to be a lot safe. Well, not believe. He's absolutely going to be a lot safer than he was in game number 1, and I believe we're going to see a much closer game. That being said, Tilo, I am loaded up and ready. How about yourself?
I'm always ready. Well, not always, but I am always ready, but technology not always is. Here I am.
I'm going to take that as a yes, so right after this, we're going to be rocking and rolling with game number 2.